everyone. Alright, so today I've got a few tips and tricks for you for traveling in Europe. I'm going to start off with the bag I used and why I used this bag, and a few things that I brought in my bag that'll be crazy useful for you guys, and then I'll end off with the tips. So, this is the bag I brought to Europe. It's bigger, it's full right now. It has a front pocket, a little bit thin, but good for things you need on the go. A back pocket for anything that you wanted to keep more secure. The main pocket has a zip, which is fantastic because when you're traveling in Europe, there are pickpocketers and there are people who may be down on their luck and just looking for someone who's not being careful of their stuff. So it'd be fantastic because I could keep it like this and I'd have the zipper at the front and I know exactly where it was at all times. So let's dig into this bad boy. For any of you who are wondering, it's a Jessica Simpson bag and I just got it at Winners, which is like Marshall's. Okay, so first things first was I brought a book. This is a sketch pad and it is completely full right now, but it was incredibly useful because first of all I really like to sketch, so I'd sit there and I'd sketch what I saw, or I'd write down things that we saw because it was incredibly useful and I don't have the best memory, or we would go on walking tours and I'd take notes. And then I kept a little baggie full of pencils and Sharpies and pens because those are useful when you want to do that type of thing. So it's just a Sephora bag that came free with purchase. And then also to go with that, I brought this little roll of tape that I also bought at Winners. And it was fantastic because if we ever got a receipt or a ticket to a show or anything that I really wanted to keep, I would just pop this open, take out whatever kind of tape I wanted and just tape it right in. And you don't have to worry about the scrapbooking part ever when you get home, and you don't have to be like, oh, I can't remember exactly what this was for or when we did this, because it's all kind of in chronological order. And the tape is super cute, and this was $8 at Winners. You can also get just individual tapes at Michael's. They're a little bit more expensive. But yeah, just like HomeSense, Winners, they always have stuff like this. Just look in their craft area. And it was fantastic for that. Then something else you will need is a small container of lotion. This is Frozen Lace by Venique. Not going to say that because I don't know how. So in case you guys are interested. And yes, my nails don't look beautiful. I tried to paint them 2 days ago and I bought this Joe Fresh nail polish. I don't think it was the best nail polish ever, so not going to be using that again. And then something else you will need is sunglasses. When you're traveling in Europe, you don't want to be overpacking, so I suggest 1, max 2. I bought these while we were in Camden Street in London. I got 2 pairs for 5 or 10 pounds, and I absolutely love them. I get compliments on them all the time. This is what they look like. They look a little funny on me, but I still love them. And then just a pair of more classic aviator type look of glasses. Okay, and then something that's going to be really useful is always have like a moisturizing type of lip balm. This is great because it's tinted, so in case you're wondering, it looks like this. It's a great kind of purpley color. It's from Revlon, Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain, and it's called Smitten number 30. These ones are fantastic. I'm sure you've heard about them on YouTube. They're all over the place. They're just great. It is not a snack. It is a disguised pill bottle. So any of your Tylenol, any of your ibuprofen or whatever else that you may need, I just threw it in this because it looks super cute and it's always easy to find, and it has everything you need. You don't need like little bottles for every different type of thing. Then I'm going to get on, so you'll need a wallet. This is the one I took. It was great because it had a zipper in the back for any of the pounds or euros or francs or whatever else I needed. It opened up so it looked like this inside. I kept my bus thing here. This is a ticket for Versailles. Any other cards that I may need, I put all here. My cash always went here, so it was just a little bit more secure. Any extra receipts that I didn't have time to put in, they all went in there. and any like super important, like maybe your key to your hotel or whatever else, I would just stick in there. So that was fantastic for that. It is not the best wallet. It's from Kenneth Cole. It didn't survive past the trip, but it was really useful for what I needed it. And I didn't want to take my really pretty wallet from home because you never know what's going to happen. Okay, but the most important thing. Oh, what else? One more thing that's in here. A coaster from one of the restaurants we were at in Munich, and they had fantastic beer, so I've always kept it in there. It always makes me smile every time I see it. And then the bag of goodies. I kept this in my luggage bag, and I would just take out whatever I needed or thought I needed for that day, but most of these things are an everyday essential. They just have bigger quantities. So start with some wet wipes. Wet wipes are always fantastic. You can go to Superstore or Walmart and get a pack of 10 for like $1.50. So that's great. I'm a gumaholic. 5 gum, Trident gum, any kind of gum, I'm good. So bring it on. I will eat it. It's really funny. Anytime my friends go to different countries, they're like, what do you want me to bring back? And I'm like, gum from the country. And so I have gum from all over the world. Headphones, in case you go on a train or if you're on the plane, these are great to have because you never know if there's going to be a baby on the flight. And for those of you who travel with babies, good on you. Maybe you need a vacation. I don't always love the sound, so those are good for that. Hand sanitizer. Do not bring this. You need hand sanitizer. Europe does so many things well. The architecture, the food, the people, all fantastic. Bathrooms? No. So hand sanitizer is fantastic for that. There would be times I'd come out of washrooms, already have washed my hands, and still feel not as fresh as I could. So always have hand sanitizer. I brought 2 small things of this, and that was plenty for the whole trip. Polysporin, I took bad pair of shoes and that I just hadn't broken in yet, so this was useful for that. Just a small travel size. Reactin for any of those who have allergies to dust. All their countries are really close together, so if they're having dust storms in one, it will travel up. So this is just super useful to have. I brought a whole thing of Halls. You won't need the whole thing. Just bring a few, or if you want the whole thing, and just leave it in your luggage and bring a few in your bag every day. It'll be great. This is a small pack of gummy bears that I probably will never eat because I got it on the pillow of my bed in Berlin, and they're Haribo gummy bears. They are the greatest gummy bears ever, and I just brought them to Canada, and I am so dang excited, like more than words can say. This will be a lifesaver for all of you who love fruits and vegetables. It's called Fruit Source from Sunripe. It is so intense and almost too much, but if you bring like 5 of these, and I think that was about the amount that I brought, and I just keep one in my bag at all times. So if you're ever hungry, or if you can't get to a market, or you're just missing fruits and vegetables, just pop one out, eat half of it, save the rest for later, or if you have a friend, share it. You won't need it all, but you will be from like grouchy to happy in like 3 bites, and you don't want to be wasting any of the time that you have while you're in Europe. So it's nice to always have snacks, and snacks that aren't going to be like if something hits them, like this could be fine if it's all mushed up in your bag. And then last of all, a few little like chocolates. These are Moo chocolates. They're toffee and, that's chocolate cream and butter toffee. They're so fantastic. These are from Costco. You can get a big bag. If you haven't tried them, please do. They're so good. But have a few like small sweets with you, whether it's M&M's, whether it's Smarties, whether it's whatever that you're into. Have a few of something, because there'll be times where you just can't get to food at the moment, or you're hungry, or you missed breakfast, or you slept through the continental breakfast, and you just need something on the way to go getting that yummy baguette. It will be a lifesaver. You don't need a whole bunch, but take a few. And as I said in the last video, Ziploc bags, your best friend. So a little bit more about the bag. When you open her up, it's got 2 compartments. So 2 big ones, so there's one on that side, one on this with a divider in the middle. There's 1 pocket here with a zipper, and then 2 pockets over here. And then the middle divider is also a pocket, so that's where we kept our passports or anything that was really like you needed at all times, but you don't want to lose. That's where we kept that, because it's just extra protection with the extra zipper. So for a little bit more tips on traveling while you're in Europe, pick a few things in every city. You're not going to be in each city like for a really long amount of time, maybe 2, 3, 4 days max. So if you pick like 2 to 4 things, like 2 to 3 things in each city, and you do those, you will be extremely happy and you won't feel let down. And while you're walking around, you'll see other stuff too. Like, you don't want to hear of something amazing and then miss out because you had 17 things planned for each city. Also, there are free walking tours all over Europe. They're fantastic. I went on one in every city, and only one city was it disappointing. And you know, you ask those people who give the free walking tours about places to eat, where to go, tips on when certain museums are open or certain museums are free, or if there's a holiday the next day, all the lines for every attraction would be jam-packed, so do it that day. So ask them about that, and it says free walking tour, but you tip a few euros at the end, and it's well worth your time. They're usually like a 2 to 3 hour walk, and you learn so much, and you get to see so much, and like, you with a little book about the city is not going to be the same as someone just telling you, oh, and this is this, and this is this, and this person built this, and some cool story about Marie Antoinette. So this is fantastic for that. Some of the tours are you have to pay for, so like if you're going to a concentration camp, or if you're, I can't remember if the one to Versailles you also paid for, but it's totally worth it. Do those as well. There was an art one that was in Berlin that I missed out on, and I was just heartbroken. Then break in your shoes before you go. I didn't, and it was painful, as I told you at the Polysporn. Just don't do it. Sorry, I never have them written down. Oh, big one. The pH levels are different in all the waters throughout the world, so your conditioner may not react the same with your hair if you go somewhere else. So don't overload on conditioner if you're someone like me who loves putting a lot of conditioner in their hair. Just take a small amount and then buy a small bottle while you're there. The conditioner that I got there was fantastic, and it was just from one of the drugstores, and then when I bought extra bottles before we left. Then when I brought it home, it didn't work as well because of the pH levels were different, which was heartbreaking, but I still love it. If you're going to London and you're looking for some band-aids, translate to plaster there, so not all the words will be the same. So if you're kind of worried about that, especially for like emergency situations, just look that up before you go. There's lots of websites that will tell you about that kind of stuff. And yeah, I think that's all I have. Bottom, open door, on roof. I don't know what that tip means. Anyways, if you have any other tips for traveling in Europe or traveling anywhere else, or any things that you're like, man, I could not live without this or cannot do without this when I go traveling, please leave them in the comment section below. And if you've used Joe Fresh nail polish before and you love it, and maybe I just got a bad bottle or I just didn't shake it enough, please also leave that in the comment section below. I will love you forever for it, because I love the color. Like, I don't know if you could, like, this color, I don't know if you could tell, it's like this melon kind of color. I love it, but it got bubbly and it fell off the next day, and I put so much work into it and I was so heartbroken. So if you have any tips on that, please just leave it in the comment section below. And thank you so much, and I hope this gave you a few extra tips for when you're traveling. And enjoy the experience, and eat everything you can, and try something new that makes you a little bit uncomfortable, because it'd be totally worth it. Anyways, have a great day, and I love you all. Bye.